Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Walker again, coming to you to do another Read Aloud for Read Across America week. And I have to tell you, the hardest part of this has been choosing books, because books are so amazing, and sometimes I want to read nonfiction, sometimes fiction, sometimes I choose a book because I love the author, and sometimes I choose a book because I love the character in the book if it's a series. So today I decided to read a book to you that is another take, or should I say a sequel, to Humpty Dumpty. And you might know Humpty Dumpty was an egg that sat on a wall and had a great fall and couldn't be put back together again. But here is the second part of that story, called After the Fall, and it's by Dan Santot. And it's After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. But I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying. Until I got it just right. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. Let's see what happened. They always do. What's happened there? I almost walked away again. But then I thought about the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. The higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. And there he is on top of that wall again. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully, You will remember me as the egg that got back up. And learned how to fly. I like that because the most important part of the story is when you get back up. We all go through things that can sometimes make us fearful and not want to go back to doing something we love, but Humpty Dumpty got back up on that wall and was able to get that special airplane that he made. So he showed a lot of grit and perseverance, and he overcame his fear. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow with another Read Aloud.